In this video, we will be making a multi-timeframe analysis breakdown on a pair. So taking it, looking at what we have from a multi-timeframe analysis perspective, so the technical analysis on the pair, also checking the order flow. So what hedge funds are actually doing on that pair and how you can use all this information. First of all, you can be looking for possible opportunities on the pair, but most importantly, gaining knowledge on how you're basically supposed to be approaching your swing trading and developing a strategy around that. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm a top author on the TRADINGVIEW platform, as well as running an educational program and swing trading full-time with my students. Without further ado, let's get straight in the video. Okay, so let's speak about the setup that we executed with students on USDRUB. Now, if you remember, I published a video here on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TradingView when the market was here. Okay, the market was in this area here before this move to the upside. You find the link of that video in the description, as well as the link to the Instagram video and to the TradingView video. I spoke about this everywhere because this was a very clear setup. Okay, we absolutely expected from here to see the market reach the neckline of this information. You can go and check the complete analysis on USDRUB in all the links in the description. And we definitely wanted to see the market make this move to the upside. In fact, we were able to capitalize on a very nice move to the upside here for a beautiful 1-to-3 risk to reward with students on this pair. And I hope you were able, basically by using your own strategies, to jump on board the trade. Now, if you haven't, or if you have, anyway, let's speak about what kind of other opportunities USDRUB can provide to us to be capitalizing on. So which opportunities it has at the moment on which we can capitalize. So let's start again with another full analysis on this pair. So as you know from the previous analysis, the market had created a very nice information. After an information, you expect the market to hit the neckline. And the market, that is exactly what it has done already, right? It has gone for the retest of the previous support to resistance. Now, as we have just said, that is new resistance. So what do you expect after the market hits a previous support and resistance? You expect a reaction to the area, specifically because during this push to the upside, what happened? It happened that the market created a W formation during this retracement. And the completion area of this W formation was exactly the completion area of the previous M formation. Now, this might seem a little bit complicated, but actually it's very, very simple. A W formation, retesting previous support to resistance, completing the previous pattern will definitely bring in a reaction to the area. And in fact, the market made a nice push to the downside. But let's speak about where is the market at the moment. Now, from a technical perspective, clearly from the daily time frame, the market is at the exact previous resistance, neutral support, aka the completion zone of the W formation. This W formation here that we just spoke about. Now, from a COT perspective, so what hedge funds are doing on the US dollar index. Now, as you know from the previous analysis, what did we say? We said they are closing shorts. As you can see, minus 2K shorts, minus 1K shorts. So they're closing thousands of short positions on the US dollar and adding here 3K long positions, again, another almost 500 long positions adding. So definitely they were adding long positions. However, what we are noticing right now, the move to the upside has already happened. But what we are seeing now, they have started to add again some shorts. Does this mean that we might see a break to the downside? We could. Because at the moment, there is one thing that we have to speak about from a weekly perspective on USDRUB. We can see that from a weekly perspective, the market definitely does seem a little bit overextended to the upside. Okay, we have clearly this overextended W formation, a beautiful impulse and correction pattern, which yes, should bring in a push higher. However, after such a huge push to the upside, it would be great to see a deeper retracement. Okay, specifically from a monthly perspective, what do we have? The first support area that we have from a monthly perspective is here. Let's put a horizontal ray on it. This is the first support area that the market should encounter in a possible push to the downside, which we can expect considering the huge push to the upside that the market has just given us to see a deeper retracement. This is the first target zone to the downside that we can have for USDRUB. Just a quick reminder, make sure you comment below and you let me know which pairs you would like me to analyze in the next video. From a weekly perspective, we have to check one specific thing. If basically this weekly candle here will close with this shape here, then the next candle has high probability of making a push to the upside and filling in the wick. Now, if you don't know what this pattern is, and you don't know me, you haven't been following me in the past, there is a video about this pattern also here on YouTube. You find the link either here or here. Anyway, you will see this video and why this pattern will bring, with a very high probability, the next candle to fill in this wick. But that is something that you know. I mean, if we can't see this weekly candle close like this, if it will close like this, then the next one is supposed to fill in the wick, and probably it will not start the push to the downside. Now, from a daily perspective, what we have, we already said it. We have support. So from a weekly perspective, we want to see a push to the downside. However, on the daily time frame, we have support. So what does it mean? We have to wait for the daily time frame to align with what we would like to see from a weekly perspective, which means that we have to see this structure break to the downside. Now, if the market will succeed in breaking this area to the downside, then what kind of situation we would have? Probably hedge funds will start closing some long positions and adding more shorts. That is what we should see with the next report. But what we would create from a structure and price action perspective, if a market makes a move like this, minor push up, push down, higher high, equal low, what do you expect? You expect the market to create a head and shoulders and continue with the move to the downside. So what that would bring for us is basically a retracement, retesting the structure, which is now turned resistance, because always remember, previous support will be turned resistance. So on the retest of this newly created resistance, what we can be doing, that is the exact area in which we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame with students, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And if the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, then we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for continuation to the downside. Specifically, if this move to the downside happens this week, then what we will have, exactly what we want to see. We will not see this candle close green. We will see this candle close red. So basically, we will not see the pattern that actually is a bullish pattern, which basically invalidates our whole bearish scenario. So this is basically the optimal situation on this pair. That this week, the market breaks this structure to the downside, and then on the retest, we can be monitoring for a nice short position. Anything else is not a high probability trade. So for example, if this week the market will not succeed in basically breaking the structure to the downside and will remain above it, then from a weekly perspective, we have a bullish scenario. Therefore, daily and weekly are not really showing the same scenario, because anyway, we can't ignore that we have also resistance here. So in that case, we will stay on the sidelines with students on this pair. So I just wanted to speak about the best case scenario, because trading is reactive, it's not predictive, and you have to always apply the same rules of your strategy. So we will be waiting and we will see if the market will actually succeed in breaking this week. If it will, then on the retest, we will be monitoring for a nice short position, possibly next week. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking the nice short. If the market will not succeed to do that, we have to, as traders, be adaptive and recognize that weekly and daily are not showing the same direction. Therefore, we don't really have good probabilities, and there are definitely for sure better pairs to be monitoring. That is why it's always important to have a very packed watch list. Why? Because you can always be monitoring and looking for the best pairs that have the best probabilities and best confluences, and that is exactly what we do. We have a very packed watch list, because in this way we always looking for the best probabilities and best risk to rewards. And as you know, trading is all about probabilities and risk to reward. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, as well as also going and checking out the mentorship program. You find the link in the description because it's a very complete program. You first get all the rules of my strategies and then you trade them live with me. Each and every day you get a new daily market breakdown showing you exactly how you're supposed to be applying the strategies that you have already learned. So with the entry, stops, and take profits, as well as having me answering every question that you have each and every day, including your weekends. So without further ado, I will invite you to go and check it out or go and check out the next video.